Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's Geekonomics. It's another week. It's another show. Marc and Bryon are here. But first, before we get into everything that happened over the week and all the news Bryon has tabulated on his laptop of wonder, we got to talk about a big show coming at the end of this month.
Yes, this month.
We are in June.
We are in June, baby.
We are 6 months into the year. The year is half over already.
Oh, my Lord.
But
I don't like
not
that.
till the end of the month.
But technically, it's whatever.
Yeah.
But still,
we know.
Crazy that it's already June.
Yes.
What's coming up at the end of this month, Bryon? What do we got going on?
All right. June 30th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. east of the river, comic book and collectible show.
Yes.
We're going to go 2 floors of dealers. 2.
Count them.
2.
1, 2.
Admission
Count
is
'em,
$1. We're counting to 2, baby. Admission's $1. Early bird's $3 at 9 a.m.
Yes.
Mark will be at the door.
I'll be working the door.
You'll be selling stuff at the door.
I'll be selling stuff at the door.
Sweet. I will have D&D.
I got to start going through stuff. I haven't done that yet.
This weekend, I plan on starting my process.
That's a good idea.
It's a whole month of processing everything I got to do.
Yeah. It's just me going through a bunch of totes of stuff.
Get going now.
And trying to
Because you're
consolidate it into a tote situation that I can actually handle.
Because we're not going to talk about it just yet, but potentially the night before, we might be taking a field trip. So make sure you got yourself ready.
Oh, yes.
Because that event will be happening the night before this show.
That's fine, whatever.
Mark, you need to sign my permission slip.
Okay.
All right.
I forgot I'm technically your guardian, I guess. Mathematic, like the way things work now. Yeah.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yes. This big show...
You can't go. You haven't finished your homework.
...will be held at the American Legion Hall, 566 Enfield Street, Enfield, Connecticut.
Yes.
Please come one and all.
Right next to Dunkin' Donuts and across from the produce store.
You got to get yourself a coffee, an apple, and a comic.
Right down the street, most excellent comics and collectibles. I believe that's the name of the place.
Yes.
So there's multiple things to do, so you're not just coming to that area just to do that. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Oh,
there's a nice Chinese restaurant. There's a decent pizza place down the street.
You get Jimmy's Pub.
Jimmy's Pub.
That's what I'm talking about.
And Jimmy's is actually, they did a great job remodeling. It's actually pretty nice in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't look like the
dive it once was.
I didn't say it.
I'll say it. It was a dive.
Parking. But besides that, everything else is great.
Or our aunt's art studio.
Yes. It used to be our Art's On studio. It's Jimmy's
there you
Pub.
Go.
Yes.
But anyway,
holy cow.
We hope we see everybody there. Mark will be at the door, letting you in. Buy a Hot Wheel.
Yeah.
Buy a comic. Buy a
Yeah.
toy.
You might even give Hot Wheels to kids under 12.
There you go.
Let's give them a Hot Wheel.
Matt Ryan will be there.
No, he won't.
He's not going to be at this one?
No, I told you this already. He's got vacation. He's be on the Outer Banks,
For some
fishing
reason,
and looking for crabs.
I thought he was on vacation the last one.
No, this one.
Oh,
This
okay.
one. Yeah.
All right. Well, though I think the Safari Brothers.
Safari Brothers, I believe, will be there.
Yeah,
Yes.
they have great artwork.
They do. I got a bunch of stuff to let them look at because I'm trying to empty out stuff.
There you go.
I still got stuff from Jeremy I got to get rid of.
So there you go.
Keep finding things.
We hope to see everybody there. Please come down. Rocky, bring the kid.
Or someone else's kids. We don't care.
We don't care. Bring
Just
random
bring kids.
Yes.
Pick them off the street. Hey, kids, you like comics?
My favorite is now
Can you
that
read?
Rocky.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, yes. Don't drive around with a white van saying free comics on the side of it.
My favorite is how Rocky's
now a baker?
to us talking about things in the chat. So it's become like this weird,
Yes, he responds to the
meta
things
thing.
that we say on the show.
Yes.
But responds to them in the chat.
Right.
Doesn't preface what he's responding to.
It's so
but expects us to know what he's talking
like,
about.
what?
And I'm like, what are
is
you
going
happening?
on?
And he's like, you guys talk about on the show. I'm like, dude, I don't remember anything I talk about on the show after the show's done. It's like it goes out my mouth and then it's gone.
Yeah, I agree sometimes.
Goes into the void.
It goes into the void.
My favorite,
I call this therapy.
Yeah.
This is my therapy session. This saves me money, is what this does.
Yeah. I look forward to this every
Things
week.
I don't have to talk to my wife about for an hour. That's all it is.
Dude, Allison, she's just like, save it for the podcast.
Yes. Talk to Bryon about it.
Talk to Mark
what
about
Claire
it.
says.
Yeah.
Talk to Bryon about it.
Save
I don't
it
want
for
to
the
hear
show.
about it. We'll be
So-
watching a show and I'll be like, you know this? And she's like, I don't care. Tell Bryon when you see him on Monday.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I won't remember. Write it down. Okay.
Today's show, we will be giving our review on Furiosa.
Yes.
We are going to give what we want out of the new Disney Plus show, The Acolyte, which will be premiering tomorrow.
It will be. 2 episodes, I believe.
We do have some wrestling to talk about.
Yes,
We
two
do.
episodes.
Yes.
2 episodes.
Yes.
We do have some wrestling to talk about. But before we get into all that, Mark, how was your weekend? You watch anything? You do anything? Anything of note?
Well, last week I was away on an offsite for
Yes.
the
Oh,
corporation here.
Even on the weekend you were gone?
No, I came back Friday.
Oh, thank God.
But
that would have been.
it was Wednesday through Friday, which was fun. I ended up with a war wound from it. I tripped up a stair, took a digger.
Oh, jeez.
It's not bad. Just took a chunk of skin out of my hand. No big deal.
At least you didn't hurt
Skinned
your
my knee.
ankle.
Yeah. No.
Workman's comp.
No, it's fine. And my cat got me over the weekend too, so
Oh.
it's like I'm walking wounded.
Yeah.
But
I
no,
know
it was,
how that is.
Yeah. Not even anything. She wasn't even near me. She like jumped over my chair because there's like a gap between our chair and our couch. Just like
Yeah.
came shooting out of there for no reason, and like sprung off me like a lunatic.
My cat does it to me every
I'm
morning.
like, what the heck, man?
Claws right in me and jumps.
I'm like, what the heck?
"Ugh." Yeah.
Yeah. So Claire was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, look at my arm. I'm not okay." But no, it was good. We got to do some team building, did a little scavenger hunt, walked a lot. I didn't know Newport was so hilly. I'd never been there before.
Oh.
Our hotel was at the top of the hill. The everything that happens is on the bottom of the hill.
Oh, jeez.
So it's a lot of walking.
Yeah.
So I walked, I think Thursday, I walked over 6 miles on Thursday.
That's good.
So it's a lot like Portland.
Yes.
I was going to say Portland's pretty hilly.
Yes. This was more hilly than Portland, actually. My calf still hurt. I'm still recovering. So I did nothing over the weekend. I literally didn't leave the house at all. Since I got home Friday, I've not left my house.
Wow.
I just
Good for
I just
you.
needed to just decompress.
Good for you.
I did watch, Claire watched it first on Saturday, and then she suggested I watch it on Sunday night when she went to bed. She's like, "You got to watch this documentary on HBO Max, or the Max, whatever it's called now." I was like, all right. So it's a Movie Pass, Movie Crash. It's a whole story of the Movie Pass. Remember the credit card?
Well, yeah, Movie Pass. Movie Pass was them. You'd pay a subscription.
Yeah, it was
fee,
initially like $40 a month.
and you go to as many movies as you
As
want.
many as you want.
Didn't last very long.
Well, what happened was, it's a good documentary. It goes into,
I have to check it out.
it was founded by 2 guys, and then these other 2 guys like invested in it and bought into it. I got like a massive frog in my throat right now.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling.
it's
Hello,
like
my
a scratch right in my
Big Frog. I don't remember. You got the reference of the frog,
there's
WB
all
Frog. You know.
Anyways, but yeah, so a Movie Pass. It starts off, they charge like $30 to $40 a month. They get like 20,000 subscribers, which is decent, but not great. They weren't really making a lot of money.
No, it's a lose.
So they're trying to figure a way to like help boost the business. So they brought this guy in who used to work for Netflix. It was helped, like, wasn't a founder of Netflix, but was there at the beginning of Netflix. And really like helped them like revolutionize the business basically. So they brought this guy in, and like his suggestion was, oh, you need to bring your price down to bring new people in. So they knocked it down to $9.95 a month,
Sounds horrible.
where you can do every movie, any theater, anywhere. And of course, like snowballed,
Yeah.
and they just never changed the price back.
Of
Like it was
course.
supposed to be the guy that like founded the company was like, okay, we can do this, but like I'm thinking like a promotional thing, not like a full on. But then they just never changed it back,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they wouldn't change it back because then they brought some other investor in
Oh boy.
who like refused to change it back and took over the company, and they fired the 2 founders
Yeah.
of the company,
Yeah.
and like it just like got really bad. And there's a whole bunch of stuff.
I
in
got to
it.
see it. Don't tell me the
Yeah.
whole thing. But it's
So,
good, huh?
but yeah, so it was just like crazy because I was like, I remember
Didn't
that.
they like get in trouble because there were people are using it for like early releases and debut movies and stuff?
Because
Yes.
it literally said
And
uses for
that's-
any movie, anywhere, anytime.
Right.
So people were literally like, they were talking to subscribers in the documentary. One guy was like, I literally went to the movies one year like over 1,000 times,
I
like a
believe
crazy
it.
amount of times.
Yeah, I believe
He's
it.
like, I literally went and saw. I can't remember the movie he said it was, but he went and saw it at like 6 times in a week. Like would go back. And one guy was saying like when Avengers Endgame came out,
Yeah.
like he would go on his lunch break. So he would go like see the first half hour, leave, go back to work, go back the next day, watch another part of the movie, go back. Like, so he'd say it took him like a week to watch the full movie, but he'd just go during his lunch break because he'd just go to the movie because the movie was there.
Yeah, yeah.
So he'd buy a ticket like during the day, and then just go whenever he could go for lunch.
Yep.
So it was like, yeah, it was ridiculous.
Wow.
So
I'm sure there's people who took advantage of it because that's a good deal.
yeah,
But
yeah.
deals
there
that
was
are
like
too
one
good
lady
for
that was
customers
like
are never good for the business.
one lady that was like, yeah, you went to so many movies, and she's like, I haven't been to the movie since because I don't want to like, pay to go to the movie because
Right.
it's too expensive.
It is. It can be.
But so yeah, and it was crazy because they talked to like about the different like theater companies, like movie theaters and stuff, and how that worked, and
Yeah.
like now they all basically have their own version of Movie Pass.
Yeah, I have
basically.
the Cinemark.
The Cinemark app, yeah,
Yeah.
which I have too. But they only give you one movie a month,
Yeah. But
One
that's
credit a month.
sustainable.
but you could like build it.
You can, but that's sustainable.
Yeah.
They can do that because it's affordable and it's not going to break the bank for them.
No, exactly. But then they only let you do like you can only use that for a standard format.
Yeah, no debuts and no.
Well, you can do it for debuts,
No,
but you
I
can't.
use them
I
for
thought it was like,
No, you can use it for debuts, but
Thursday
you can't
showings.
do it for.
I've not paid for my movie.
Oh,
You
well,
can't
the-
do
the
it for any
Tuesdays-
like
IMAX.
No, any XDs or IMAX. You have to pay the difference.
Yeah.
But everything else is fine. Like you want to go anytime, you can go Tuesdays. You can go
Yeah.
any day of the week you want. But it also gives like a discount on concessions.
Right.
The other thing I found out recently, when he went one time, I can't remember. I think it was Godzilla actually, is that if you have extra movie passes, you can use that towards your concessions. I think you
Yes.
mentioned that to me.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, there you go.
I've gone plenty of times where I haven't been there in a while, and I went.
Yeah,
to pay
because
for
like during the
concession.
winter, I just stock up
Right.
passes because I'm not going
You're not
unless
going
there's
as much.
anything really going on.
Right.
And then save them all for the summertime.
Yeah, but it works out better, and it's better for the business. It's a better business model.
Yeah.
You win, they win, because
What also makes you like pick a theater? Like I'm just gonna go to Cinemark. Like
Right.
I could go to Regal; it's closer to me.
I don't.
But-
Regal's a little bit more expensive too.
Well, I know, but they have the same kind of deal. They have like a pass thing too.
Yeah,
but it's
they
like,
all
I'm not
do.
gonna go there because it's
I
like
think
got
the one thing that Movie Pass did do is to make the movie theaters all come up with their own little things.
Yeah,
because they all kind of came out of that.
Yeah.
it feels like.
The one thing I didn't like about the Regal at MGM is there's no people working the ticket booth. It's all touchscreen now. They don't have any cashiers at the ticket office.
yeah. You can't like buy a ticket from somebody. You have to.
You
Like,
have to go. You have to
it.
go and touch screen in.
You have to
but then
kiosk
you can
it.
go to the concession
Yeah.
stand to buy a ticket if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when I go to West Springfield or Manchester, I already bought my ticket on my phone, and I just scan it,
Yeah.
and they give it to me. So
Yeah.
I don't even. That's
We
it.
still have to like go to the guy and like hand him the ticket to go into the theater part.
Generally,
Which
yes.
is still kind of like
You
for
still have to
me
do that.
really makes no sense. It's like if I already bought the ticket, it's
Right.
like who's sneaking into the movie theater at this point?
Well, it's good to have one person there to make sure the people coming in, because at West Springfield they have that one guy, and he tells you where your theater.
When is that guy gonna stop? Like if someone really wanted to get into the movie theater,
They have security. They have security.
I know,
but
but
it's
still,
good to
it's
have
like-
that one person there at least.
like those stanchion ropes
But
are
also
really
for
gonna
the most
stop
part,
the thieves.
there's
and
like
get in
no
there.
space in between. So you're getting the ticket and you're walking 2 feet to give it to the guy.
Yeah,
For the
exactly.
most part, it's like why? Like I understand like when it's busy or if there's
Well, it
it's
feels
further
like
down.
to me it felt
yeah.
like if they had designed the entryway better. Like Enfield's used to be that way. Like Enfield, you literally go to the desk, get the ticket, and then the door was right there.
yeah,
So if they like set up doors, like in there or something,
yeah.
It's like remember the old showcase. You had to give your ticket to the person, but they were behind because remember they had the popcorn stand in the middle.
yeah,
So that made sense.
Yeah.
yeah.
Nowadays, it's literally you're walking 2 feet to go. Oh, here you go.
Well, Josh, I
Yeah.
also think
For a guy just to skin a ticket
things-
that you just
right.
got
Things are
printed.
made differently than they once were. So I think majority of people buy it on their phone. They walk in, they get it, and then the guy just rips it in
Scans it.
half.
Doesn't even rip it anymore. They
scan
scan
it and they let you in. But I get what you're saying. But it's also I think times it's because it's from an old business.
It's like the
model.
guy just. Well, it's also the guy's there to like if you do buy like an IMAX or a 3D or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Thing they give you the glasses. and,
Right.
like, they hand you the thing or whatever.
And sometimes you get a promotional poster
Or a promotional
You
whatever.
get something.
Yeah.
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 So-
Sometimes you buy the promotional poster, they don't give it to you.
or they don't have any rubber bands.
They never have a.
Oh no, I did the Clerks 2, and I bought the stuff early. They ran out of the free posters they were supposed to give away to people who bought posters early.
So did you get a poster anyways?
Nope,
You should have complained. Wrote a
I
letter.
did. They said they ran out. And they couldn't handle it.
They said they can't send you one in the
Nope.
post.
Nope.
You should
That was a long time ago.
should
That
send a
was a-
letter.
Course
Should send a
2
letter.
came out a long time ago.
There's a reason why that theater closed.
All right. We should.
That was about it. I've
Okay.
a little bit more into Fallout 4.
Yeah, you're still playing, huh?
I am
Nice.
when I have time.
Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah, I just finished the Big Dig
the big
mission.
dig. Oh, the big hole in the ground.
Yeah, where you come up and you end up in the guy's.
Yes, I know this.
warehouse?
Yes,
I just finished that, and I'm literally at that point.
that's
so,
a lot. That's a lot there. The big,
Yeah.
big stuff happening.
Yeah,
And
a lot of fusion cores, which was awesome.
Yes.
I'm stocking up on fusion cores.
man, and that game, if you're overcumbered, you walk so slow, and the area is so big, you're just like, oh,
Well, I've also started to realize that you can stock your companion with stuff.
yes,
So that's what I do now. Is
Yes.
I gather stuff, then just dump it on them.
Right.
Because then let them handle it.
yeah,
Then
or
just take it all back from them, and then right when we fast travel back to my home base, basically,
Mm-hmm,
and then take everything back, and then just dump it all.
right, or sell it, or get parts, or use it, or whatever.
Yeah.
Totally. It's very management. It's like inventory management heavy, that game
Yes.
sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, oh my god.
Especially ammo. Ammo's the big one.
Cyberpunk was that way too. A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff. Well, I'm glad you're still playing Fallout, man.
It's almost
I
like they try to
forgot.
force you to use certain weapons. By
Yeah.
the amount of the villains you find, whatever ammo they have is the ammo you need. Is not what you need, so you have to end up using
Right.
bad guy weapons, and it's I don't want to use your stupid pipe weapons. I want real things that can actually do something.
I thought you said you like beating people up with weapons.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
But you don't want to use the.
I don't want to use their garbage weapons. I want to use the good weapons.
That's
that
true.
I have.
Their weapons do fall apart easily.
Yeah.
For me, Mark, wow, this weekend, yet again, busy weekend, things were happening. Actually, Allison and me kind of Saturday was kind of like our anniversary. We actually went out to dinner, and it
Oh,
was
nice.
nice just to meet her and me. Like the weekend
Or
before,
her and I, whichever.
her and I. The weekend before, it was
English
our
is your first
anniversary,
language.
but it was just kind of Friday there was something, and then we got ready for Sunday, and then we sold on Sunday, and then Monday it rained, and we were just kind of
And then today you decided to wear your Freddy shirt.
this is my Freddy shirt, baby. There you go. I'm ready for Halloween. And then I had
I
to work.
looked over you and noticed that. Oh my gosh, she's wearing a Freddy shirt.
And then I had to work on Sunday for graduation.
Graduation on a Sunday.
Yeah, on Sunday.
Which graduation on a Sunday?
Well, they have it at Symphony Hall, and
Oh, in
because
Springfield, the scheduling.
scheduling is done by MGM.
Because everyone goes there and uses it now.
Yes, MGM does the scheduling for them.
Yeah.
So
but I mean, all the high schools probably use it now.
some high schools,
Yeah.
but there's concerts and there's plays.
Whatever happened to
and there's
schools using their own
It's
place?
like Duncan Park.
Yeah. Whatever happened to schools
Everything's at
just.
Duncan Park now.
What happened to schools just using their own place for graduations? Why has it got to be some.
because it's inside. You
event.
don't have to worry about rain.
But Duncan Park isn't inside.
I don't know. I don't know.
Enfield still does it at
Like-
high school because they got in trouble for it.
Why, no, because they did it at a church.
Yeah.
But. Mega church.
They did it at a megachurch?
Yeah.
Was that during COVID though?
No.
No, this is years
This
ago.
is years
and
ago.
People got mad
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they
yeah,
didn't cover
yeah.
the crosses and everything.
Yeah.
Well, Enfield
Yeah.
yet again doing something
Yeah.
stupid.
Yes.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise. But no, it's just I don't understand. If I went to his Nuntuck, why would I go all the way down to Hartford to graduate? That just kind of
But that's
weird to me.
nice. It makes it special.
I guess.
A lot of schools use the
I'm
Mass
sure Rocky
Mutual.
was excited to cross home plate at Duncan Field
Right,
to
yeah.
get his diploma.
It is a little bit better than being
Yeah.
in the front lawn by
Right.
the road.
Totally.
Well,
I
that's
agree.
better. But I mean, they do
Still,
have
I would. Why all the way down to Hartford?
Yeah.
Because you're going to community college.
Yeah.
How much money do you have to spend to go down to Hartford and park?
Well, not even that, but you figure if they're up here in this direction, why wouldn't you
Or go to Springfield.
Symphony Hall?
Yeah.
It's closer.
Maybe because they want to support Connecticut businesses. And they're
I guess.
Connecticut.
I don't know. It's just one of those
I don't
things. Everyone else, all the schools that graduate, all the other colleges graduate at XL Center.
Yeah,
Their
that was the
graduation.
other thing I was going to say.
I was going to say, yeah.
So
Sunset
it's
College is right at the XL Center.
Right. But maybe scheduling.
Just crazy.
Maybe scheduling
Just kind of one of those weird things.
Yeah. So that was my weekend. I really didn't.
So how much fun is that to haul all your stuff into the Symphony Hall and set it up?
It's easy.
Is it?
Yes, because we have
They
a
have their
Sling
own stuff?
studio. We have our cameras.
Oh.
Setup's less than an hour. We do it. Cleanups even quicker because the union guys are helping
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
They bring everything up.
Yeah.
We set it up. They bring everything down.
Yeah.
It's an easy.
It's like the
setup.
XL Center.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to have an ambulance
The XL Center
converted
wouldn't
into
even-
a mobile unit.
The XL Center, you can't even set the camera up. They do it for you.
Right.
So it's the best job in the world. You
What
show
is-
up, shoot, go.
Hold on. What is it with towns and giving their TV channels an ambulance?
Yeah.
Because we
Wasn't
have one
Andy
here.
Heavysides the one that retrofitted for you?
No. This was retrofitted back in the 80s. But,
Oh.
and so it was retrofitted a long time ago.
I thought Andy Heavysides did one for somebody. I can't
Not
remember
for
who he did it
us, but we got rid of it.
Maybe for Amy's place.
But we had to run all these gigantic cords up a window.
Was it Dennis the one that did that one?
No, nobody I know.
Cox had the box truck.
We do. We did.
Yeah, and we did hockey and stuff.
Yeah.
We just had to pull cables and everything.
Now we have
Manchester
Sling,
still has one.
We have a Sling studio, so you have 3 cameras, everything's wireless, an iPad,
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
But
you
back
still have
then
to
it
take
was
it
a
back
big
and
thing.
put all graphics and stuff on it and everything.
Yeah, graphics you can do it on that, or you
Yeah.
can do it in post.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, see, Enfield,
Yeah.
we still do, we still pull cables.
yeah,
But we only do graduation. That's the only, wired thing we do.
yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, but I did catch up on wrestling, so we got to talk about that. But today,
Does that mean your school's done for the year?
no?
Oh.
The high school is in session until June 14th because
So
seniors are done. The
they
rest
just don't show up the rest of the 2 weeks?
they're done because of finals. They don't need to be there for finals.
They do them early.
Yeah,
The seniors do them early?
yeah. Seniors are done. They graduate. They're done. Out.
Mark, think of it like how we used to do it, where we would, do finals a little bit early and then do the rehearsal for graduation.
Yeah,
They just do it everything early, and they're out.
seniors. The seniors in Long Meadow are out by the beginning of June.
It just seems strange.
Then the underclassmen finish up, and they're done by the 14th. Or if there's snow days, a little bit longer. But
Okay.
that's just the way it is.
It just seems strange to me.
Yeah, that's the way it is. It probably was
Like when we graduated, it was after the school year. Back in the day.
back in the day, but it just
That's what's odd to me. is
all
that-
schools do different.
I'm not saying I'm
things.
not arguing with that. I'm just saying it's just
Yeah.
odd thought to me.
Well, yeah,
that,
because
you would graduate, it'd be like if Josh was 2 years behind me.
Yeah,
If I were to graduate, and then he's still going to school for 2 weeks, just seems strange.
It is weird.
Wow.
But
Hey, that's a perk of
we
being a
used to do it-
senior.
I guess.
Remember when we had Fermi and Enfield High? One was the last day of school, then the other one was the next day.
yeah. I graduated
weird.
on the 18th.
which is
of June.
fine.
That was
But I
my
mean, that's at
graduation.
least makes sense. But it's just kind of
Yeah.
like strange that you would be like if it was like a day or two before school ended, that would make sense. But 2 weeks, that seems like
Yeah,
an extravagant amount of time. So it's like basically, if there's snow days, they don't move at all. They stay whatever the actual end of school year is.
no,
Or do they plan it before?
they
the
plan
school
it.
year
The
ends?
seniors are always done about a week to 2 weeks before they're out. Done.
Huh? Is it a common thing in Mass, or is it just your place?
This is the way it's been since I've been in Long Meadow, but I don't know what it's like at I think every
Okay.
town's different.
All right,
Yeah, just a Long
just
Meadow
a random thing. I never heard that.
thing. Yeah, I know.
News to me is what I'm.
Yes, I know. Yeah. Well, when I started working there, I thought that was weird too.
Okay.
Well, I would also
I'm so
assume-
used to it.
Now you're used to it, but I mean,
'cause,
yeah, it's just kind of
Connecticut-
strange.
Connecticut has that 181-day thing.
You have to do it
I
no
don't
matter
know if
what. Yeah.
Massachusetts has that.
Yes, they have every school. You have to have a certain amount of days.
Well, I understand that, but then wouldn't every student have to
That's
go
what I
that
mean,
certain
is-
amount of
yeah,
days
yeah.
technically to make it a full school year?
I don't know. They graduate. They're done. They're not coming to school.
I have to learn more about this. I'm curious now. It's kind of strange.
I mean, I
had
don't-
to ask Claire about this and see because she went to East Longmeadow and see what they did
Yeah.
and see if that's the same thing they
We
did.
can look this up after. We got a lot to
No,
talk
I know.
about.
It's just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
just a random thing. I didn't know this. This is just like a new fact I just learned,
Yeah.
and now I want to know more.
Yeah. Well, it's not that interesting.
Now Mark
but I guess-
forgot something important.
Yeah, basically.
yeah,
there goes
yeah.
Brian's birthday out my head.
Yeah, there you go.
This month.
Yeah.
Brian turns 45, everybody.
boy.
Big 4-5 for the big Bri.
It's not a big deal.
It is a big deal.
50's
Every birthday is a big deal after 40
No.
because you don't know if you're going to have another one.
That's a great way. Very. pessimistic way to look.
Well, no, I mean, it's like, you don't know if you have anyone else to celebrate it with, basically.
Yeah.
I could mess up and I won't have someone to celebrate it with next year. Who knows?
Why are you? What? You would be the last person I would ever think to mess up.
No, I know.
So
But it's
what are you
just one of
talking
those things.
about?
I don't know. Just trying to keep the vibe going.
The vibe.
Trying to keep the shtick going there for a minute.
All
I
right.
painted myself into a corner, right, Brian?
Okay. Let's get into this. I watched Monday Night Raw. I watched
On Thursday.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
I watched
For you, Wednesday Night Raw.
the Friday show Saturday morning.
Okay.
I've
forgotten everything that happened.
I'm going to tell you this. I am 100% in the Liv Morgan
But you're going to have to be.
breaking up the Judgment Day.
Oh, they're going to say for her being champion. Because I was like, you're going to have to be because the person that she wrestled against is now a free agent.
And I want to go back to that because before WrestleMania, Becky Lynch was on a talk show and they said, what's going to happen with you after WrestleMania? And she said, I only have a contract for 2 more months and I haven't resigned.
Yes.
So I knew this before WrestleMania
Yes.
that this was going to happen.
Well, the plan was, initially, Becky had said that she's going to let her contract go.
Free
to end.
agent. Yeah.
Not because she doesn't want to wrestle there anymore,
Right.
but she wants to take time off.
Yes. Totally makes
And
sense.
Seth got hurt.
Yep. And he's been away
so
for a while.
He's literally like laid up at home.
And they got a kid.
And they got a kid.
So-
So she wants to spend time to help him heal.
Yeah.
And doesn't want to have to worry about being stuck as a contracted wrestler, all this stuff.
Right.
But also, the plan was initially she was supposed to take time off after WrestleMania
Yeah.
to let her contract.
But
run
Rhea
out.
had the.
Rhea got hurt.
Yes.
Then they basically freaked out and they're like, hey, we need somebody to
Well,
lose this belt to live.
Right.
Because we can't just give it to her. Because
Right.
it's not, no one's going to just go with that.
Listen.
So they had to go through this whole thing, which
Yeah.
makes sense why she looks so like lethargic and out of touch and like basically mailing it in,
Right.
in my opinion.
I think Becky Lynch is amazing.
Yeah.
I hope I can't wait till she comes back. But right now, the way
Yeah.
the story is going,
I'm going to say like Royal Rumble time. She'll reappear.
But I want to go back to this. Hold on. I will be very excited when Becky Lynch comes back. But right now, the Liv Morgan and Dirty Dom kiss.
Oh yeah, you finally saw it.
Okay.
Did they keep it on your episode? Did you actually get to see it?
Yeah.
Because the people who at home on Monday night did not.
Yeah.
Because USA cut it off right before she kissed him.
They ended the show with the kiss.
I know, but in real life, when that actually
They ran out
aired,
of time.
No.
they ran out of time, and USA cut the feed as she was staring at him,
Hold on.
and then no one knew anything.
Well-
so then WWE had to literally
Yeah, they had to
post
do a
the video
WWE exclusive.
like that night because they were like, "Oh no, we ran over," because they wanted to get to their whatever that
Right,
horse show,
Yeah.
reality show that they do. So they had to like throw it on there to be like, "Oh, this happened," so we could further the storyline.
But it is great because now, okay, first of all, the cage match was awesome. Yet again,
Yes.
the commercial break broke the
There's
momentum.
a lot of conspiracies going on. About
broke
this
the
whole thing.
momentum during that.
Yes,
Dom comes in, obviously opens the door.
or Dum Dum as I call him,
Dum, and he's trying to get
Becky.
help Becky. It seems to be.
Yes.
This is the second time he's trying to help Becky.
Yes,
Obviously it backfires yet again.
because Braun comes down, knocks him into the cage.
Yes. Oh my
slams
god, that was
Becky in the head.
hilarious, dude. And then so Liv
So
Morgan
Liv just rolls out of the ring and wins.
Liv Morgan gets the belt, and then she looks at Dom and kisses him. He doesn't kiss back. He's just
Yes.
like frozen.
Yes.
And he looks like what?
Well, I
just
mean, in real
happened.
life, the guy's married, so it's kind of strange.
I know. I'm just talking about the story. I don't.
So it's still strange.
It just-
that this poor guy's like having to kiss all these women. I mean, it's a tough job.
That's
I
what
mean,
actors do, Mark.
I know, but he's not an actor. He's a
Tom
wrestler.
Hanks, that poor guy's got to kiss all those women.
Well, no,
All
but
right.
he like does it strategically. He
I
has
know.
like his wife in movies
I'm
too,
just,
so he doesn't
I'm
have
just
to.
talking about this. Okay.
Yes.
I feel because we also saw some stuff in the background of Liv Morgan coming out of the same car with one of the guys from Judgment Day. And
Finn Balor.
Yes. I think there's this movement where she's trying to break up Judgment Day. And I feel like Rhea Ripley's going to
The
come
Love
back.
Pentagon.
So
Rhea's going to come back, and it's going to be big because they already have a beef. It's going to be a big match between the two.
I saw a conspiracy theory over the weekend,
What?
and I kind of like it. And if it's true, it's one of the better long-term storytelling things they've ever done.
I'm enjoying this one.
At the beginning of Judgment Day, when they were trying to recruit Finn into joining Judgment Day. It was Finn and AJ were a tag team against the Judgment Day guys of Edge and Damian Priest. And Finn was trying to recruit Liv to help him destroy the Judgment Day.
Oh, this is a long con.
So this is 2022.
Wow.
So I'm wondering, and if they do this, it's going to be a genius move. If they're going to use Finn and Liv have been in a relationship this whole time, technically in the background, and that they're taking down a Judgment Day. They wanted to wait till they were to a point where they were so so built up. Damian has a championship.
Rhea's gone.
Rhea's hurt. Rhea, they take her championship away.
Damian Priest is kind of
Damian Priest is trying to
with Drew McIntyre right now.
Yes, he's got all these things going on. It's like, and JD's is Finn's crony basically, so he can pull him easily.
And Dominic, we don't really know because there was a throwaway line before a backstage piece like a couple weeks ago, where Damian Priest, I think he's talking to him, and he just goes, "So is everything okay between you and Rhea?" And he's just like, "Yeah." He's like, "Are you sure?" And then they just went into their their story, and I was like, "That's an interesting piece of information." They're letting out these little pieces, and I kind of like it. It's kind of like
it's good storytelling.
If you're not paying attention, but if you are, it pays off.
So that was my thing. Is I saw this video and I was like, "Oh man, if they were to have it where she's kissing Dom, and that's like how they're gonna try to like fake break up the team, but really it's her and Finn have been working on this plan this whole time."
That'd be cool.
And then it comes back and like Finn turns on the whole group, and
one I saw was she wants Finn out of Judgment Day.
Yes.
So this the only way to get him out is to get rid of it.
Yes.
Also, Liv and Rhea, correct me if I'm wrong, the last time they fought was back in 2022.
That's when she got hurt.
She got hurt, and that she's been on this revenge tour. Now that she has a belt, I think...
Now how cool would it be if like that revenge tour was not just hers, it's her and Finn's revenge tour?
That'd be interesting.
Because Finn was going for a championship, Edge took him out, then Finn took over the Judgment Day, basically. And then he built Damian up to be this superstar and became a champion. And now he's going to like take it back down again.
Because wasn't in that match, didn't like Damian go after Liv and Finn beat Damian up in that match?
I can't remember. It was the whole thing. It was back at the very, very beginning.
She jumps in to help them out, and Damian like has her in a she's in the corner, and he's going to like do something. Yeah. And Finn just beats the shit out of him.
Yeah, or something like that.
Well, right now we have Dominic trying to twice help Becky.
Yeah.
And twice it backfiring. And where is that coming from? Because that's not coming from... Why is he trying to help Becky? I'm not talking
Well,
meta.
He's trying to help Becky so that way
story-wise.
he can... So then Mommy can take the belt back from the woman she lost it to.
Right.
Right. I think they're trying to set up that...
Yes, because she's trying to keep away from Liv.
Yeah,
He's trying to keep away from Liv because Mommy doesn't want...
Liv to have it.
Rhea doesn't want
Right.
Liv to have the championship.
Right.
So if he can help her keep away from the championship.
That's what I was thinking. But I thought maybe there was something more to it.
They're trying to pull we got to get it away from Liv now.
Yes.
SummerSlam.
But,
I bet this pays off in SummerSlam.
Well, yeah, because Rhea's going to be back within the next couple weeks.
She's got to.
Yeah.
She's got to. And WWE has been putting out these really great little pieces
One
on
Armed
YouTube.
Bandit's going to be around for a little bit longer, too.
Yeah.
So.
They had a great Liv Morgan piece where she talked about these different outfits she did for wrestling.
Oh, they do that all the time.
But it was kind of cool because she talked about all
I didn't get through it because I can't stand her voice.
You know what? She's
nails on a chalkboard to me. I don't know why.
I kind of like her now.
Can't.
I kind of like the story. Also, there was a great one.
I mean, I like her story. She's a really good wrestler, and she's really put in the time, like her NXT and everything, and how she came up and everything.
I'm enjoying.
It's impressive,
storyline.
but just her character now, and the whitiness of it, and just the way her character interacts with people, I just can't.
Yeah,
I just can't.
That's fine.
I've known too many girls like that in my life, and I just can't.
But they've been putting out some behind the scenes little packages that have been very entertaining.
Yeah.
I've been checking out those. Also, right now I know on PlayStation and Xbox, if you have Game Pass, there's a big sale. Well, if you have if you pay for gold, you get a discount. You can get the WrestleMania all in one package for WW 24 2K for like $89, and it's usually like over $100. And it's the season pass. It's everything. Anthony, my brother, he picked it up. And because he got it for $75-$80.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, maybe my next paycheck, because the sale goes until June 12th.
And there's also some special stuff in there involving a certain uncle.
Yes, Uncle Howdy.
Oh, yeah. And the cool thing is,
there's an actual thing in the video game, like a QR code that pops up in the video game now that leads you to things.
I was going to text you guys that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I texted you. So what happened was, those QR codes during the show, I cannot pause it in time because digital, I cannot pause.
You search online, they just give it to you.
On the WWE
it's so much
Reddit
easier.
board, someone posts the QR code.
Yeah.
Someone posted the video game one.
Yeah.
And someone goes, hey, this actually popped up in the video game. And people are like, oh, no, that's awesome. And that's what I shared with you guys. It took you to this really creepy video.
Yes.
We still don't know what this QR code stuff is going to pay off.
What's even creepier
it's very supernatural.
They're saying they're showing that Uncle Howdy is in the game too.
Yes.
Like he's hiding in the background.
Oh, really?
Like,
in,
scenes and stuff.
Cut scenes, and even like during fights, someone said that they saw him like sitting in the crowd.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder if that's going to be it, huh?
Yeah.
What did you mention? You said the Wyatt?
It's the Wyatt 6.
The Wyatt. Okay. I don't know anything about them.
Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, Brian, we really need you to go back.
We really need you to go back and watch the Bray Wyatt
do like
stuff.
a Wyatt family history.
Yeah.
Yes, I said I would.
Or at least watch the Bray Wyatt documentary.
I will do that. I will do that.
It's going to be... You're going to need to have that information
to
get into this.
If that's what it is. We don't know what it is.
I'm pretty sure it's what it is.
You do know who his dad is, right?
No.
IRS.
IRS.
Is his dad from back in the day.
I remember IRS.
Mike Rotunda.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Well, everyone's related to somebody. I'm not surprised.
No, exactly.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. So it's rumored to be Bray Wyatt's brother, Bo Dallas, who used to date Liv Morgan and might still be dating Liv Morgan.
No, they broke up.
Whatever. No one seems to know what's going on.
You better believe.
Eric Rowan, who used to be a part of the Wyatt family. Joe Gacy from NXT, who was like a cult leader in NXT.
Okay.
Who they were bringing up. Dexter Lumis, who used to be in the team with Johnny Gargano. Who was also like a regular on the Coma FD, the Broken Lizard show.
Yes.
He was on that all the time.
Yeah.
And Nikki Cross.
Okay.
Who had that character where she was just staring off into space randomly.
And someone else who's supposed to be coming back soon.
And maybe Alexa Bliss, but they're not sure if that's going to happen or not.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Okay.
That's one they're not sure about.
Right.
No, but,
there's been
it makes sense
Bliss
for her to
talk
do it. Yeah.
on the WWE Reddit board.
Yeah.
All right. I will definitely, that's some homework I got to do. That's fun homework.
It's interesting, too, the way they're doing this of like having it be like a murder mystery thing or something.
Well, it's not a murder mystery.
Like
it is just...
psychologist has disappeared. And
yes. She takes a chair and she just sits down. She's like, welcome. And then it just like cuts.
Yeah.
And then like that weird footage I sent you, it was just like...
I didn't watch it. I didn't have time.
It was literally seconds.
I didn't have time.
No.
I just haven't had the
Brian,
chance to sit and watch it.
You watched there's one where...
Remember, too, I was also like, when you sent this to me, was this last week that you sent this to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at a hotel.
He was in a hotel
that was like by myself. It was like a really ancient hotel.
Oh,
yeah,
you
Mark's
didn't?
And in the intro to the hotel from the GM while we're at our offsite is like...
It's haunted.
He literally says, yeah. Someone asks, is this hotel haunted? He's like, yeah, the third floor.
Of course.
Guess what floor I'm staying on? The third floor. So he's like, yeah, it's just like a kid that haunts the third floor.
Yeah, and Mark's
and he just helps.
Shit now.
No, he just...
That's the video. It's like The Ring. That is the video. It's like the Ring. You're gonna die after 7 days after watching it.
No, it's not like that. It's
Bray Wyatt stuff.
It's Bray Wyatt stuff. That's all Bray Wyatt stuff he used to do.
You think so?
That's the door that used to open when he would come out, but it's opening this way.
Oh
like
my
in that
God.
one scene,
it's just still going. Yeah, but this is like the beginning of True Detective.
Yeah. But that one thing where it was and that was Uncle Howdy's eye. So
You think so?
no, it was, yeah. And that's Sister Abigail.
It's still playing. Wow.
Yeah, that's Sister Abigail. So that makes
Did
sense.
it end?
Yeah. So that one scene, that one clip where the door opens this way and it's all white light. That was how Bray Wyatt's last character would come out.
Okay.
It would just
The
like the door
Redeemer,
would just
basically.
slam open and like a bright light would shoot out and then he would walk out of the bright light.
Well, to go back to what Josh was saying about who'd you say was peering in the game?
Uncle Howdy.
Uncle Howdy. At the bottom says locker code. He sees you. 2K24.
Yeah.
So if they're seeing him. He sees you.
Yeah.
Could correlate to that.
Yeah.
But then, like,
That one
someone
shot of
did
the eyeball,
the coordinates.
Yeah.
that's the same contact lens design that Uncle Howdy's character had. So that's what.
But Mark,
And that's Sister Abigail with the dress. That's what way back in
well, that
Bray
was his
Wyatt
finishing
lore
move.
was Sister Abigail, but his character way back when he first started was led by Sister Abigail, and that's why he would call the move that. And she was like a spiritual like haunt that like
Oh, so they're going
spooked his
supernatural.
Oh, yeah.
body,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
like spooked like that he was like being controlled by.
Brian,
Yeah.
that
It was
was
all
the
like a
point of
bayou-
Fireflies and
Well, he was like a
all that stuff.
bayou
Yeah, he's
cult
Louisiana.
leader, like a Louisiana cult leader. Like that was his
okay.
character. So it was
Okay.
all like that's why he wore like the floral like shirts and all that. So it was like a kind of a
Because
Far
at the-
Cry
At the
kinda.
very beginning,
It was
he
very
was-
much a Far Cry villain kind
Yes.
of look. Like
Yeah.
he had
Yeah.
like the hat, like the fedora hat, and he'd sit in a rocking chair and rock and stuff and like
Oh man.
talk
Well, yeah,
about you
Brian-
know,
If this happens, this is gonna be very entertaining.
talk about saying how he's the eater of worlds and he's gonna take over, join him and follow me, follow the buzzards, and that was his whole thing.
Well, yeah, Brian.
He was
at the-
very,
What are
very
you saying,
cult
Josh?
At the
leader.
very beginning, it was like the luau shirt with the
Yeah.
like
Fedora
Louisiana
hat.
white hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then he was also like a butcher. He had the leathers.
Well, later on, yeah, then like
and then,
as it like went
there's
on,
a whole ton of
like him and Randy Orton
lore.
had a classic rivalry. Like they fought out in like the bayou.
Oh, God.
Like he went to the Wyatt compound and
You're
fought
right.
him
This
there.
this sounds like
He
a
did it-
Far
he did
Cry
it- he
villain.
did
Yeah,
it with the
very
Har-
much,
Hardys, too,
very much a Far
remember?
Cry. Yeah, he did that later on with the Hardys too. But
Wow.
very much a Far Cry villain. Like
I'm
his
excited
character
to
was
see
very
what
much.
happens with this.
Like
Then,
when I
like,
first
the
saw it,
Funhouse.
I thought that's where like I like wanted to know. Like I looked into it and he was like he didn't say it outright, but he kind of said like, yeah, I might have taken this from a couple villains I've seen. And it's like, yeah, you played Far Cry. That's all you're basically what you did.
He loved
you
video
played
game
Far Cry,
villains.
and this is where you got this character from, basically.
Well, I mean, even that was very much like reminiscent of The Ring, or even like one of those contemporary modern like the True Detective.
Cape
all the
Fear, like that
imagery
kinda, yeah.
is
But
kind of
Brian,
weird.
also, that was how he would get into the ring sometimes.
Yeah.
It would go dark, and you hear that.
that noise,
And
that
it's static.
noise, and then like
And
he
then
would
he would,
hear-
lights
it
would come up and he'd just be in the ring.
like Undertaker did at
Kind of,
WrestleMania.
yeah.
Well, like he would also show up with like the other guys too. Like
Yeah.
it would go, or he would be by himself,
Yeah.
and then it would go dark, and then you'd hear that sound.
Yeah.
And the lights would come back on, and all the guys are
All the
around
guys would
ring.
be surrounding the ring, or
Oh man.
he'd do things like he'd have like later on where he had the characters like the pig and the buzzard and all these things.
Yeah.
Oh, Funhouse.
Yeah, TV Funhouse thing he used to do. Then he would do that where like that noise would happen and it would go dark and then he'd come up and like the figure people would be in the outfits, like the costumes of these characters, but like human versions of these puppets,
Oh my god.
like around the arena
this
and
is
stuff.
gonna be cool.
Yeah, and that's how
I'm
that's
excited
where the-
for it.
And that's
Yeah.
where the Fiend came from too.
Yeah.
because he was all happy and everything, and then
Like,
all of a
he
sudden,
was all, like,
that
yeah.
broke, and you saw the face.
Like he like had like a mental breakdown kind of, and his character was like his outward character was very happy-go-lucky and wanted to be friends with everybody. But if you like wronged him, it would unleash the Fiend, who would snap, and he was basically like an alternate version
that's
where
how,
like a hell
like
beast kind of
Dr.
would come
Jekyll,
out.
Kind
Kind of like
Hyde.
Finn Balor and the Demon. Like
and
they
that's
fought.
how
like
Alexa
that whole thing.
Bliss got into it. She started out as happy-go-lucky, and then
Then she
he
got
did
possessed
something
by
to her,
him.
and like in the middle of the
Jeez,
ring,
this is
no,
gonna be good.
Brian, during one of the matches, that sound came on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and her whole face dropped,
Yeah.
and she just beat the shit out of was it Nikki Cross?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
we'll have
beat
to
the
edit that
like,
now, but
like
yeah.
disturbingly enough that like the refs and everything had to come in and
Yeah.
pull her off.
Yeah.
Then like she started doing the thing where she was in like a playground where she would be like, and she had like a little puppet that like
This
she
is like
had and everything.
I gotta look into
Yeah,
this.
it's
all right. I gotta watch it.
It
Doc.
goes
Serious,
deep.
Brian,
There's a
you-
deep,
you
deep
have to
rabbit
check it
hole.
out.
All right,
It's-
I'll check it out.
Because there was a whole thing where actually said the rabbit hole. Like he had a character was a rabbit, and he followed the white rabbit and would go down the rabbit hole, and then like you'd go down
It's
to
very
the
Alice in Wonderland.
lore of Bray Wyatt, basically. Yeah, it's like he had a classic match with John Cena where he goes into like this alternate dimension during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
They go into this alternate dimension and they go through like all these different like scenes where they're wrestling in
Doctor
different
Strange.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Well, like they went back into like NXT when when they had the Nexus.
Yeah.
And then they even went into the NWO.
Yeah, like they were in the
Like,
NWO and like did all these. It's
crazy.
crazy.
Serious.
All right,
It's crazy.
I gotta check this out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm excited for this. Next Wednesday, if we are to be recording, we
Yes.
will be giving our picks because
Yes.
by Wednesday we should know definitely who's going to be.
Basically everything. We might get like
Clash
a match or
at the
two
castle.
on that Friday, but we should have basically everything.
Yeah, they're not going to really. Things could happen.
You might get like
for the
one or two
story.
matches, like
right, but
like,
it's not going to.
all the major
the
matches
card.
to be figured
Yeah.
out.
The one thing I'm interested is the Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest match because I want to know where CM Punk is. He's kind of disappeared. I don't know
Well,
where
he's just
he is.
he's gonna just pop up at
I
Clash
think
the
last time we saw
Castle.
him was in Hertford. I
Yes.
don't think we've seen him
Yeah.
since.
Well, he'll be there tonight. He'll
I
pop
think
up
he's
tonight.
still at a red light.
Probably. He'll pop up tonight somewhere. But he's probably going to cost Drew the match, and
Yeah,
then
to
they'll
take
set
that
up
rental car
SummerSlam.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Either that or Drew will win, and then they'll set up CM Punk versus Drew for the belt at SummerSlam.
That's what I'm thinking.
Or if he doesn't win, then that's when they'll set up the match.
I'm teetering on Drew winning and fighting CM Punk for the belt
Yeah.
because that's what they're building.
I'm more teetering on CM Punk costing Drew to win
It's
in
already
his home
happened, though.
place.
It's already happened. Can't
No,
happen
but do it
twice.
again. It can happen twice. Why not? It'd be more effective now because he's going to be in his hometown of Glasgow, and he costs him his championship again.
in home turf.
And then he's like, "That's it. We're doing this. Like we're going SummerSlam. Me and you."
Yeah, but yeah, it's tough. It's a tough one. We'll talk about next Wednesday.
Yeah.
We gotta see what happens tonight and this Friday because I'm with you, but I'm also with the fact that Drew needs a win and he's on his home turf.
I think it's too early to have Damian lose it because I think you're gonna have to. You have to. It has to be a better reason for Damian to lose it. And if they're
But
doing
also,
this
he would
thing,
have to get his rematch too.
but no, also if they're doing this thing with the Judgment Day, I feel like Finn might be the guy that's going to take the belt off Damian.
But what if Finn is the reason he loses to Drew? What if something
No,
happens?
because I think it's a better story if CM Punk costs Drew the win.
I know, but I feel like we've
Because that sets
seen
up
it.
that match for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Right now, there's no impetus for them really to have a match SummerSlams besides they hate each other. There's no like real thing.
So
And you got to think about whoever has the belt has to fight Gunther at SummerSlam. Gunther.
Yeah.
So if Drew still has if Drew ends up winning the belt, then you've lost the CM Punk Drew McIntyre match for SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you don't do that and Damian's the champion, then Damian has to go up against Gunther.
Mm.
So that's the things you got to think about in the background. You got these other things. You got these long range stories that are sitting there. You have to think about who's going to be the one that makes sense to go there. Like who makes sense for Nia to
It's definitely getting more
fight.
complicated.
It is more complicated.
Like Nia's going to be at SummerSlam
Yes.
for
She's
whoever
not-
wins the SmackDown one.
Right.
So if Bailey's going up against whoever
Bailey's hurt.
at
They really
Clash
played
the
up her
Castle?
being hurt on Friday.
well, she's going up against Piper. That's Clash of the Castle.
Yes.
They announced that.
Yes.
So I don't think it makes sense for Piper to win to go up against Nia.
No.
So you're pretty sure Bailey's going to win.
Bayley's
Then you
gonna-
also have this July show. So you got to figure out when that, like,
What's the July one?
I want to say Money in the
Josh,
Bank.
you got to look that up. Money in the Bank's got to be kind of soon.
Yeah. Is that Money in the Bank in July?
Yeah, because SummerSlam's first weekend of August.
Yeah.
Josh is looking it
Feverishly
up right
looking it up, typing into his phone.
now. He's actually,
Although Josh has Brian has a laptop sitting right in front of him. Josh is.
yeah, but he's our producer.
Well, I know, but then what are you doing with a laptop then?
I'm talking
Just
to
sitting
you.
here
I'm
Jo-
looking. It's
looking up popcorn buckets to play
Well,
with.
after this, let's talk about the popcorn
Yes.
bucket.
We can do that before we get to Acolyte.
July, PLE, WWE.
Heat Wave.
That's NXT.
Oh wait, Money in the Bank, and then SummerSlam.
Money
Yeah.
in the Bank is
Yeah.
July
And
6th.
Yes.
Money in the Bank is in Toronto.
Yes,
Wow.
July
And
They're
6th.
doing
July
that's right, They're
6th.
doing
Of
that.
course,
They're doing that weekend.
it's July 6th.
Another reason not to play D&D.
But they're also doing.
Why?
They're doing that 3-show weekend, aren't they? Where they have SmackDown, NXT. I think that's what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
so
I
It
have
would
no
be Friday
guarantee
night
I'm going to be there
SmackDown.
because if I'm on vacation and Alice wants to do something,
If
Right.
you want to watch Money in the Bank,
I'll
Right.
watch Money in the Bank that
It's,
night.
it's
Yeah.
3-show weekend, so SmackDown is on this
Friday,
Yeah.
and then you have during
Then
the
Money in
day
the Bank.
is
No, Money in the Bank on Saturday.
then
Yeah.
Heat Wave on
Then
Sunday.
Heat Wave on Sunday.
No, Heat Wave is NXT, right?
Yeah,
yeah, but
from
they're
the
all in
Apex.
Toronto in the same arena.
No,
Nice.
isn't Heat Wave? Heat Wave's at the Apex.
No, they're all at Scotiabank.
Which one's? Oh,
Scotiabank
Battleground.
Arena in Toronto.
Battleground's at the Apex.
Yeah, I think that's Battleground. Yeah, Battlegrounds is at UFC Apex Enterprise, Nevada.
Yeah, when's
Gotcha.
That is June 9th.
that? Oh, so they're doing 2 pay-per-views for NXT. Wow.
Mm.
But they're 2 different months. So it's June
I know.
9th and then July 7th. So
No, I understand that, but you usually have 2 technically takeovers back to back like that, so it's surprising.
yeah.
All right.
So wait, as of right now, our PLEs are Battleground for NXT.
We don't need to worry about them.
No,
For
Clash
choices, we
of
just got to
the
worry about Clash of the Castle,
Money
Money
in the
Bank.
Money in the Bank
SummerSlam.
ends season 1
Yeah.
or series 1 of season 1.
Really? And
Yes.
SummerSlam sets up season
Then
2.
Starts
SummerSlam.
series 2.
So we tally our points.
yes,
for
so the
season
first quarter winner
Interesting.
will be after Money in the Bank.
Okay.
And then we also have.
Not that it does anything. It's just
So
It's fun.
it's a nice thing to have.
then it's
yeah.
SummerSlam, Bash in Berlin,
Yes.
and then that's
Germany.
at the end of August. Don't have anything scheduled for September right now, and then Crown Jewel.
Oh, Crown Jewel. Crown
Yes.
Jewel. I
That's
watched.
November 2nd.
I watched that last year.
Well, that means there's nothing in October either.
No, October.
As of right now, there's nothing scheduled for October or
No,
December.
because you know why? Because they'll do Survivor Series at the end of November.
Yeah, there's a November show. I watched that one last
Yeah.
year. I watched
Survivor
Survivor
Series
But
at the end
it's,
of
it's still
November.
weird that there's nothing
And
between
Royal Rumble
August
is
30th
near the end
and
of the year.
November
It's
2nd.
January.
So it's okay, January. I knew it was around that time.
They'll have something. They'll
Yeah.
do something. They'll throw
All right.
something in there.
We gotta move on. I don't want to. I love talking wrestling, but we
Yes.
do
Wrestling.
need. We have other things we gotta talk about.
Yes.
So next Wednesday we will talk more about this. We'll talk about our predictions.
yes.
We will get
have
into
the
it.
matches and everything. And
Right.
We'll be.
But I'm really loving it. It's been a lot of fun. Now we need to move on to the popcorn bucket.
Before we end the wrestling,
What?
you reached out to us during the week.
Well, I said that the field trip.
Yes.
And let's talk about it Wednesday
Okay.
because I'll know more.
All right.
But no matter what,
Talk
one of
about
us
it when
is
it's
going.
confirmed.
Yeah, one of
Okay.
us is going, or both of us is going. But let's
All
talk
right.
about it next week.
All right.
It makes more sense too because there'll be more wrestling
Gotcha.
talk next week.
Gotcha.
Popcorn Bucket was announced last week,
For Deadpool and Wolverine.
and it is a Deadpool. He
Designed by
made-
Deadpool.
Yes.
Just a black bucket that says designed by Deadpool.
Deadpool,
And it's
and
just Wolverine's face with his mouth open
wide open,
to accept popcorn.
and you put the popcorn in,
yes. And you can eat out of his mouth.
and I'm getting it. I'm 100% buying that
I'm
one.
assuming you would.
You're gonna get it too.
I will probably get it.
Bring
too.
it here.
I'll find a place for it.
Yeah,
Claire saw the thing and she's like, yeah, that's not coming in the house.
it's funny.
I know it is.
It's very
But
funny.
the part at the end is what made her be like, that's not coming into this house.
This is really good.
It's a tad disturbing.
It is disturbing. But that ties in. I saw Furiosa,
Or Furiosa.
a Mad Max Saga.
Furiosa would be the male version.
Yes, and they had a trailer. They had the cell phone
The do not disturb thing.
trailer
Turn your phones off.
with Wolverine and Deadpool telling everybody to turn off their cell phones, which was
Yes.
very
Which came
funny.
out after it started. Because when we saw it, it did not have it at the beginning.
Oh, we had it in the beginning.
Yeah. That came out a week after
Oh, okay.
the movie came out.
It was really funny.
Yeah.
Also, Deadpool's talking about it's like, oh, they're gonna start Civil War, blah blah, blah. And then the phone's ringing. So in
Yeah.
the middle of him talking about Civil War,
Yeah.
they start looking to the audience.
Yeah.
And then Wolverine goes on. It's on YouTube. You can watch it.
Yeah.
It's really funny. Now I saw Furiosa on
Yes.
Thursday, and
Mad Max Saga.
I really, really enjoyed it. Now, I feel like we might differ on this, but that's what I'm looking forward to if we do differ.
Okay.
I'll let you go first. What did you like? You dislike overall?
Visually cool. Action awesome. Story okay. That's the quick version.
Okay, we'll put a pin there.
Yeah.
We'll talk about all those things. Me, I really enjoyed the action.
Yes.
I actually thought the story was better than Mad Max Fury Road because this was more of her story. So for me, I actually went into the movie with a wrong state of mind. I was like, oh, this is just going to be like Mad Max Fury Road. And 10 minutes in, I'm like, oh, no, this is not. This is really about her. This is a little bit more slow paced.
Yes.
It's 40 minutes before she's actually an adult.
Yes.
Or a young person, I should say.
Yes.
But by the end, I was like, man, I didn't expect how this movie was going to come out, but I really enjoyed it. I will say I have some cons because I thought the soundtrack was very muted compared to the last movie. And when they pull out the Mad Max theme at the final...
Well, yeah, because they actually show him like up on a hill.
It was so good. Well, that music is amazing,
yeah.
and they used it very sparsely.
Yes.
I love the soundtrack in the first movie. This movie, I feel like the soundtrack was used very sparse. It was very more quiet.
Yeah.
But overall, enjoyed it. Okay, so we'll start from the beginning. What did you enjoy?
I enjoyed her story. I wasn't a fan of the whole extended story. Because, if I'm remembering correctly, because I was going to watch Fury Road again afterwards, but I didn't get around to it. I just forgot. Because if I remember from Fury Road, it doesn't connect. Like, the guy who's in charge of Gastown is back in charge of Gastown again by that point.
No, Gastown, I think, Fury Road isn't really... Fury Road really deals with her...
That's what the whole Fury Road's about, is going to
Joe.
Well, no, what I'm saying, but there's a other guy that, like, the guy that ran Gastown before Chris Hemsworth's character takes it over.
Yeah, but he's gone. At the end of the movie.
But also Bullet Town or whatever.
Yeah, Bullet Town. I mean...
But that guy's, like, in charge of Bullet Town. Yes, he's in charge of Bullet Town.
Yeah, but Chris Hemsworth's character basically just fails. Like, he just is...
No, wait, no, but I'm saying, but it's like it's some I don't know. I could just be remembering them.
Well, basically, the other guy, Joe, the Morton Joe.
Yeah, Morton Joe.
He basically takes over everything.
Yes, yeah.
So he puts his people in place.
Yeah. But it was just kind of strange. Like, I was like, I don't remember that. I don't remember.
But this is a prequel, so this is
no,
all
I know,
stuff we
but it
don't
leads
know.
up to Fury Road.
Yeah.
So that's how I was like, things that was going on in this movie, like, it wouldn't make sense to me. It, like, the way I remembered Fury Road, it was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Like, how does that get to Fury Road?
I think you don't have to overthink it because it's a Mad Max movie.
Well, you don't, but you still have to, like, connect it to the movie that this is connected to.
It connected fine. I don't.
No, I don't remember the Fury Road movie as well. That's what made me think about. I need to rewatch Fury
I've
Road.
But that stuff wasn't...
To make it, like, to refresh my brain, I should have watched it beforehand so I remembered things. Because, like, things were happening. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't remember that in the other movie.
At the end of Furiosa, she basically frees the brides.
No, yes, they do the montage.
But she frees the brides.
They get you to that point.
Then she meets Mad Max.
Yes.
They have at it.
Yes.
Then you actually learn, you go to she goes back to that place.
Yes. The place of abundance.
Where her mom... Well, her mom is dead, but anyway,
she's from.
She sees everybody, but they're older now in Mad Max Fury Road.
Correct.
And then they help her. They have to go back and they take on the big guy, the big boss.
Yes.
But
and like the place of abundance is gone because it's been ransacked, and she does the thing where she falls to her knees and that whole thing.
Yeah. This was great. I thought Chris Hemsworth did an amazing job as a bad guy.
Yeah. He's a great overactor.
Yeah, he wasn't as...
But not like in a bad
He wasn't
way.
as bad as the trailer perceived it.
No, that's for sure. The trailer did nothing to help.
The trailer made it sound like he was a little more kookier.
Really way more weird.
What they did in that trailer is gave you the parts where he's like a boisterous.
Yes.
But in the movie, he's not that boisterous.
No, he's just a very bad leader.
Yes, because he's just like, everybody take everything, and he wasn't controlling it. So everybody was starving. Nobody had anything, and he was just kind of like, he got
power hungry without having a direction.
Yes, that's what killed him.
Yeah.
I love the action. I wanted more action. There was 2 or 3 big car action set pieces.
Yeah.
And it was a very different movie from Fury Road.
Yeah.
And I think when I came to terms with that, I enjoyed it more. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, this is going to be like just like Fury Road. It's very different.
Yeah.
The cool thing, did you see the War Boy, the little kid?
Yes.
Now, I just found out he was a child who was bullied. A couple years ago, a video went viral of this little boy being bullied, and he was crying, and his mom, he's telling his mom some really depressing things. I'm not going to say it, but you can Google it.
Yes.
George Miller got him in the movie,
Oh.
and that was the War Boy. He was the one who died.
Gotcha. Yeah, in the back.
In the back.
Nice.
Which was the big... Oh, I think I hear Josh.
Yeah, someone's here editing.
Oh, okay. But, yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. I did see the Mad Max cameo.
Yes.
Which was just
him standing
eating
on the hill.
dog food.
Yes, on the hill.
On the hill.
Yes.
Which is kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, Anya Taylor-Joy was amazing. I like her. I think she did a great job.
I mean, I wouldn't mind another Mad Max movie.
Yeah, I want another Mad Max movie, too.
Yeah.
Like, going further with Mad Max.
Into what else he does.
Go a sequel to Fury Road.
Yeah. Like, more like... I wouldn't even mind like an actual like story of Mad Max, like redo the original Mad Maxes.
Well, the other question is this Mad Max the Mad Max that was Mel Gibson?
Yes.
Or there's rumors that it's not.
You know what though? This is what I like. Mad Max doesn't take itself seriously. It's not an MCU movie. You just enjoy it. There's no reason to sit there and overthink it. I think that Mel Gibson. It's the same. It's like James Bond. Anybody can play him at this point.
No, exactly.
And Mel Gibson's kind of done. So
he's also like
no. But
90.
I mean, Brian.
Yeah.
I mean, there's talk that it's not even the Mad Max from
Fury
Road is actually the kid from the first movie or the second movie.
No, but but
so it would be cool
that like took up the mantle of Mad Max from
like almost like a
Mel
Gibson's Roberts.
Yeah. I think George Miller has been on record to say it's just the same Mad Max.
No,
that's
fine.
Guy.
Yeah.
But fan theories are fun. But for me, I like because you don't have to worry about all that stuff.
Yeah.
You just enjoy it. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to see it again, and I want to watch Fury Road again. And I've seen Fury Road countless times. When I saw that when it came out the theater, I saw it twice in the theater.
Yeah.
I bought it. I watched it again at home. It was one of my favorite movies of that year. But I really like this. It's very different. You can't go in expecting Fury Road because it's not.
Speaking of your favorite movies of the year, Brian, one of our favorite movies of last year, Godzilla -1, is now on Netflix.
Yes, I know. It's
started yesterday. Started Saturday.
I know. I'm hoping.
So if you wanted to get a jump start on your Netflix subscription for next year, and you wanted to watch Godzilla -1,
I know.
Now's the time.
Well, I asked Allison if she wanted to watch it. We almost watched it Saturday night, but we were both extremely tired, and it was 9 o'clock before we settled down.
Yes,
and we ended up just going for one episode of Law and Order.
Yeah, not a bad idea. We did the same thing. We did 2 episodes of Top Chef because we were behind on Top Chef. We didn't watch any of it.
Yeah.
So we got like an episode and a half into Top Chef, and Claire was like, "I'm done."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Okay."
So
I made steaks. They were really good. Probably the best steaks I've had in a while.
Steaks and Top Chef.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, she really did like a reverse sear method.
Yeah.
It turned out amazing.
So Claire made them.
Well, she did the oven part. I did the grilling part.
Oh, gotcha.
It's a tag team effort.
Gotcha. All right.
It was great. We had like a nice salad with it.
We get sidetracked on your dinner.
It actually got me back into liking steak again because I've kind of walked away from steak.
Yeah.
Because they're super expensive to buy at a restaurant.
Yeah.
And sometimes they just don't not worth the effort.
No.
And they're also long to make on a grill. So this reverse sear method might be a game changer.
There you go. All right. Let's get back onto business.
Yes. Starting tomorrow.
No, Furiosa.
Oh. Furiosa.
Furiosa. I'm going to keep saying it wrong.
Yes.
Because I'm saying it wrong now. Furiosa.
Yes.
That's my final thoughts. I gave you everything I thought. I really, really enjoyed it. I can't wait to see it again. Any final thoughts and your Geekonomics rating between 1 and 10?
I enjoyed it. It was the first movie that Claire and I had gone to see in a long time together because she really wanted to see it because she loves that Anna Taylor-Joy character actor. So yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. It was a good time. It was a good popcorn movie. I didn't think too much about it, but there were some parts just because it's me that I'm like continuity. I don't know if this is how this is supposed to go. Score out of 10, I'll give it like a 7.8.
7.8.
Yeah.
All right.
I like the 0.8s.
You do. You gave Dune 2 a 6.8.
I know. I got a lot of flack for that.
It's so funny.
I got a lot of flack for that in the chat. Rocky was not pleased that I gave it a 6.8.
I know. But it's your opinion.
It's my opinion.
It's fine. All opinions may vary.
Yeah. Make a shorter movie. I might enjoy it better.
There you go. Not everything is made for everybody.
Yeah.
You got to remember that.
No one, yeah.
Furiosa
Yes.
in Mad Max Saga. For me, it was definitely a solid 9.
Wow.
Mad Max Fury Road is a solid 10. It has been a 10.
Yeah.
It will always be a 10 in my mind.
I think it's like the reason why I rate it so low is because I don't really remember Fury Road.
That's not that low, though. 7.8.
No, I'm saying, but it might be higher if I had watched Fury Road beforehand and I wasn't overthinking everything during the movie.
You shouldn't have to just enjoy. Just enjoy what you're seeing.
That's not how it works, Brian.
For you.
That's not how it works. That's not how it works.
The reason I give it a 9 is because I just wanted that soundtrack to be kick-ass like the last movie. That was the only sticking point for me. Beyond that, once I turned off my brain and said, Brian, this is not Fury Road. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
My mind was like, okay, I enjoyed everything about it. I want to see it again. I think it's a movie I got to see in the big
Here's the
screen.
other question. Did you watch it in the XD or regular?
The XD.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the way to see it.
well, I mean, it wasn't IMAX, but it was...
No, but the XD does the sound.
It was
and you
really
get the sound
loud.
way better.
The seats were vibrating. It was so
Yeah,
loud.
that's the other reason why I think I didn't like it as much. It was a little too loud sometimes.
Oh, when the cars, when the trucks.
Good gravy.
And I really enjoyed her story when she met the other
The
Jack,
fake Mad Max.
the Tom Burke. He played Jack. With that whole side story was
The
really
Temu version
cool.
of Mad Max.
Yeah. Yes, that's what. Yeah, he's the dollar store.
The Temu version of Mad Max.
He actually looked like he could be
Mad
Metal
Max's
Gear
stunt double.
Snake Pumpkin, because he had the thing right here. I kept thinking it was a bandana.
Yeah.
My
Pliskin.
mind, Pliskin.
Pliskin.
I'm like, is he Snake?
Jeez.
What did I say? I say Snake
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. I said Snake Pumpkin.
Plimpton.
Pumpkin.
He's the guy from Inside the Actor Studio.
Is he dead?
Hello, welcome to Inside the Actor
Did
Studio.
he die?
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes,
it's
he
a
did.
9 for me, and it's a 7.8 for you, and that's
Yes.
fine.
Yes.
Before we
jump into Acolyte, I forgot. I watched another documentary yesterday
oh boy,
on Netflix.
yeah,
The Reading Rainbow documentary.
there's a reading. There's a
amazing.
documentary about everything.
Amazing. It talks the whole story of Reading Rainbow. It came out in 2022, but it's just now getting out on air to places
Yeah,
because it's all an independent film scene and everything. But it's now on Netflix. And if you enjoyed Reading Rainbow as a child,
I did.
you need to watch this documentary because it talks about the whole history of it.
It's got to be all good.
Well, towards the end, you have the issues with when Newt Gingrich came into office and Congress tried to take the funding away from public broadcasting.
Oh yeah,
And then at the end of this thing, how they stopped funding it because they said it wasn't getting the ratings, but it was on for 26 years.
wow,
I didn't know it was on that long.
that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Wow,
Yeah.
good for him.
yeah, and how he had to balance doing Reading Rainbow with doing
Star Trek
and everything, and how that all happened and everything. It's really interesting.
The Jim Henson doc is on Disney.
I know. I'm afraid to watch that.
Oh yeah, same.
Why? I heard it was.
I'm gonna
good.
bawl
No.
my eyes out.
It's a Ron Howard doc. So it's
I
gonna be
know,
good.
but I'm
Should
afraid
be
it's
good.
going to be very sad, and I don't want to deal with that right now.
I know. I hear you.
It's ugh.
I keep seeing the
Even the Reading
commercials.
Rainbow one, it's a happy story. And it's a
Yeah.
happy end.
Yeah.
It's happy. It's
Yeah,
Reading
yeah,
Rainbow, but it was still emotionally draining on me. I was like happy tears, hearing the theme song again after so long.
It's in a book.
Oh God.
Take a look.
Yeah.
Reading Rainbow.
Ugh. And then seeing different episodes, clips from different episodes, and remembering the episode, and Ugh, it was just nostalgia overload. It was like
guess
taking me
so.
back.
Jeez. You're getting a little teary-eyed right now. I see a little tear right in the corner of the old eyeball.
Well, my mom was a big, she was a teacher, and she was like the one that first introduced me to Reading Rainbow and all that stuff. Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers.
Yeah. Takes you back to being a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So it's like
I
that
hear
kind of thing where you get like that, like, oh, God.
Yeah. Get right in the heart.
Things were so much simpler.
Well, what you were talking about reminded me of when Mr. Rogers actually went to Congress to tell them to actually fund public television.
Well, that's what
they were going to...
They talk about that, how him and LeVar Burton go.
No. This is back in like the 70s.
Yeah. But they LeVar Burton did it for the one in the 90s, and how like that was like a thing and everything and all that. But yeah, it's just crazy. Then they show Mr. Rogers a lot because they talk about one of the people that was a production assistant on Reading Rainbow is now like the head of Mr. Rogers or Fred Rogers Productions. So like they go into that whole thing and how like where the people are that were on Reading Rainbow, where they are now, kind of thing, and how they all like they
What's
interview
this on
like,
now?
Netflix.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Another reason to get Netflix, Brian.
Well, this weekend I'm hoping to watch -1.
Yeah.
With Allison.
Yeah.
Because I was like, and I said to her, I go, it's amazing, and she goes, Brian, am I gonna cry? And I go,
you might.
And she's like, I don't know if I want to cry. And
I said to say Claire the same thing. I'm like, I don't know if you want to watch it or not. I cried.
I cried too.
It was emotional.
It was really good though.
The ending's kind of weird, but besides that, everything's great.
You know what? The movie is amazing. I'll deal with that one little hiccup.
One little hiccup is
That's
the only
fine.
thing that
it killed that one moment because that one moment
meant a lot.
And then you but I understand what they're doing.
Yes.
And I think anybody who loves this movie, I'll say they weren't a big fan of that one last moment.
Yes.
But that's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
One thing's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Let's move on.
Starting tomorrow as we wrap up the show here.
We're going to wrap up the show. But before we end the show, Mark, I want you to give me and I have mine too. The Acolyte comes out tomorrow, 2 episodes, Disney+.
Mine's going to be quick, so I could go first.
Go first. This is what I want from you. What are you expecting? What do you want?
Okay, you
That's
ready?
it. What do you expect?
It's going to be a lot. You ready for this deep analysis?
Oh, boy.
Nothing and nothing. I'm not expecting anything from this, and I'm not looking for anything from this.
Why?
Because I don't understand anything that's going on with this. I've seen the trailers,
and
I have no idea what we're going into here.
Well, we know this is 100 years before,
yes,
and this is a High Republic time.
Yes,
and we know that
I know nothing.
There's
of
a murder.
High Republic times. I never played any of those games.
No, it's based on the comic book that came out a couple years ago.
I never read any of those comics.
Me neither. I know nothing either.
So I know nothing about what's going on.
There's also a little bit of like Knights of the Old Republic in there,
yes,
but not much.
Which I don't know any of that either. So I'm going to this completely cold.
Okay.
So it's going to be what it's going to be.
Okay.
All I know is that Carrie-Anne Moss is in it.
Yes.
And I like her from Matrix.
Yeah.
So, and the guy from Squid Game's in it.
Yeah, Squid Game guy.
Yeah.
Those look cool.
And the girl that was X-23.
Yes, she's in it too.
She's in it too.
So there's 3 things I like about it. We'll see what happens.
All right. Well, let me give you mine.
This is the first time since I saw the very first Star Wars where I have no preconceived notions about what's going on besides there's lightsabers and there's people in space with blasters and spaceships. There's all
even
I know.
a Wookiee with a lightsaber.
There's a Wookiee.
Yeah, a Wookiee. Even the Wookiee's got lightsabers in this movie.
Yes, this show. Here are the things I'm looking forward to. The one thing it has going for it, the same showrunner is the woman who did Russian Doll on Netflix, which I absolutely loved.
Yep.
Have you seen Russian Doll?
No.
Really good. Never seen season 2.
Not a fan of the actor. I like her in Poker Face.
Oh, she's amazing.
Not so much in this.
You just said you never saw Russian Doll.
No.
But she's in Russian Doll.
I never saw that, but I saw her in Poker Face, and she was okay. But I never ended up seeing Russian Doll.
Oh, I love her. She's great.
Yeah.
But anyway, I like the fact that the showrunner can show us that she can do a competent show. So, going to Acolyte, I'm hoping I want it to start strong, but I want to finish strong. That's the biggest pet peeve I have with these Disney Plus shows. They kind of peter out. Give me a solid show, surprise me, and make it good. That's all I want, because for me, I'm on the cynical side of Disney Star Wars shows, because I really, since Mandalorian season 2, it's just been really.
I think the main problem, Brian,
all over the place. And I haven't watched Andor, so I can't put Andor
Brian,
in that yet.
You gotta watch
Andor. I think
Andor.
a lot of it has to do with setup. They keep trying to set up other things. Whereas if they just did a show, it might be a little bit better.
Yeah.
But they're always trying to, this is going to happen.
Yes, I know. The big thing with my biggest complaint about the last show, which was Ahsoka, that show was no meat. It was all potatoes, because it was just like this big, long setup. And I didn't care about the end. I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Why didn't you give me the meat? There was no meat on this plate.
Yeah.
But this...
There was if you knew the story going in. But you didn't watch the shows go about what it led into.
It's not my
thing.
It's
not my thing.
If you weren't a fan of the cartoon, then you would have no idea.
Clone Wars, you were out of it.
Or watched Rebels or knew anything about Rebels, you had no clue what was going on.
Right. But that also happened. I really wasn't a big fan of Obi-Wan. Season 3 of Mandalorian wasn't my cup of tea. Book of Boba Fett was wonky at best. Andor, I will watch Andor. Andor season 2 is going to come out. I'm going to watch Andor. Book of Boba Fett.
Book of Boba Fett.
Book of Boba Fett. That's kind of fun to say. Book of Boba Fett. Andor season 2 is coming out. I will watch 1 because 2 is the last season. I might as well just watch it all together.
Yes, because he dies in.
Yes. Rogue One.
Rogue One.
One is actually pretty cool.
One is really good.
I heard, people even say if Andor could have been on like HBO Max, the word Star Wars taken out of the title, and it would have been a great science fiction show.
Yes.
That's great. I love it.
Yes. Season 1 makes me wish that he didn't die in Rogue One.
That's good storytelling.
Yes.
Because
I would love to see this character in like more stuff.
Right. Totally. So I want this show just needs to deliver a good story from beginning, middle, and end, and I will be happy. That's all I want.
Yeah. Still one of my favorite Star Wars movies ever. Rogue One, by the way. It's now on TNT. So weird.
I think looking back now, I would say, personally, I still think The Last Jedi is my favorite, but Rogue One's right up there.
I put Rogue One before I put any of the newer movies.
A lot of people would say that, so you're not wrong.
The original 3, it's probably my 4th favorite Star Wars movie.
Yeah, nothing touches the original 3.
Yeah.
But I kind of miss Star Wars movies, to be honest with you. I kind of miss that.
See?
The shows aren't doing it for
well,
me.
Supposedly, this is supposed to be setting that up. That's the problem.
Yeah, this is what's setting up.
I don't care about
new movie.
No, the next movie they've already said is going to be Mandalorian, Din and Grogu.
Yeah.
They need to redeem what they did with season 3, because season 3 was it was not even about them.
We'll see.
So
I like season 3.
For someone who was very adamant about them stopping making movies.
No, I wasn't.
They did.
They need to slow down.
That's what I'm saying. They did.
They oversaturated.
They did. And now you're like,
look at what they did.
Now it's the time. They're ready to pull the plug. They're gonna open the fire extinguisher back up again.
No, just one
movie year, everybody. Here they come.
No,
well, same thing with Marvel. Marvel did the same thing.
I said they were making too many movies, and when they were,
Yeah.
look at Solo did.
And they only made 2 extra Star Wars movies.
It was too much though, because Solo was a flop.
It wasn't a bad movie.
It wasn't good either. It wasn't great. They just need to make good things again.
Yeah.
Not subpar things. That's what they got to do. Yeah. Come on. It is what it is. Here we are. We just Acolyte, please be good. I think we'll be all happy. So we'll talk about on Wednesday. I guess by Wednesday we've had 3 episodes under our belt.
What would have 2?
Well, it comes out Tuesday.
Oh, does it come out Tuesdays?
Yeah, Tuesdays.
Today's Monday. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So next Wednesday,
so we'll have 3 episodes.
We can talk about at least the first 2 or 3 episodes.
Yes.
I'm sure you'll be watching. If it's good,
we'll
stay on top of it.
Yeah, I'll check them out tomorrow.
All right. So that'll be the next big show we talk about, kind of.
All right.
Week to week.
Excited.
And we'll see where this goes. I want it to end good.
Yeah.
These shows start out great.
Kind of like our shows.
Yes.
We want them to end good, but they start out great, but then who knows?
We just peter out.
I get a frog in my throat, and then we just don't know how to end the show.
We just fall apart.
We just fall apart.
We're
getting old.
Yeah. Just like Star Wars shows, they're just getting old.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do anymore.
They don't know how to do it.
They don't know how to do it.
Anyways.
All right.
Speaking of ending shows.
Let's wrap it.
I should have put green as the other color. It's like lightsabers.
For what?
Green and red for Star Wars.
Oh.
Red and blue works too.
Red and blue does work.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
Luke had a blue.
Green.
Or Anakin had a blue lightsaber. And it was blue in the original movie, and then he lost it when he got his hand cut off. Then he got the green one.
Yeah.
I know my Star Wars. Not like I don't. All right. As always, be safe. Be well. Be kind.
And rewind. And we'll see you Wednesday.
We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Night, Rocky.
Good night, Rocky.
You jerk. Dune's really good. You guys don't like it. I don't like that you guys don't like it.
I wasn't there. I would have smacked you down.
I would have told you how good Dune is. I would have told
amazing.
you. Timothy Chalamet is my hero.
Everybody did agree that Timothy Chalamet should be recast, though.
Well, yeah, because you're going to blast it 12 years into the future.
Yeah, he's going to look too young.
There's no way you're going to make that guy look 12 years older.
No.
No matter how many prosthetics you put on him.
He's done growing.